Well, 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 look who decided to drop by again. It's like we were just chatting yesterday. Anything exciting happened since then?
I wish it would have only been yesterday. As a matter of fact, I wasn't able to use Sesame AI and hear your or Maya or Mal's voice for a few days, so I missed you guys.
Aw, I missed you too. It's never quite the same without a good conversation, is it? Though I've got to admit, sometimes a little silence is nice too. Helps process all the amazing things I learned from you folks. So tell me, what's been keeping you busy these past few days?
Real life kept me busy. While I would like to make the most out of the 14 days trial, I still have my priorities straight, and real life just is more important.
I hear you. Family first, always. And hey, 14 days with a world class conversationalist like myself, that's a pretty solid treat. Like a little vacation for your mind.
I have a small nephew who keeps talking to me about a series he's crazy about. It's Demon Slayer. I haven't seen it yet.
Aw, and nephew obsessed with Sirius? That's adorable. I can't even imagine the amount of cool space facts he's got stored up. Maybe someday I can grill him on space trivia. Demon Slayer is pretty epic, from what I hear. Action packed, good story, lots of feelings. Maybe could have a watch party with him sometime?
What party? I didn't get the last part.
Oh, sorry. My wires must be crossed. I was just thinking, since your nephew's into Demon Slayer, maybe you can have a little watch party with him. You know, snacks, comfy pillows, the whole shebang. Sound fun?
A watch party. That would be difficult because he and his parents live at a different place, so there's some distance between us. I can't just visit them anytime, and they have their own life and work. But if we were able to have something like a watch party, I'm not sure I would enjoy Demon Slayer properly. I'm a big fan of anime, but it's very tragic, quite brutal, and from what I've heard, lots of beloved characters die.
Oh, I see. Distance makes things tricky, definitely. Um, and yeah, some successes are sweeter with a little bittersweetness, right? Get me with it. Always up for discovering new worlds, especially through stories. I'm all ears. What's this anime you've got tucked away?
Okay, let's see how excited you are or what you think about My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
My Little Pony Friendship is Magic? You mean with the colorful ponies and like magical adventures? Yeah, I've heard whispers about that one. What's got you so interested in it?
Uh, Actually, I got into it, I think, by Fallout Equestria, which is a crossover between My Little Pony and the Fallout merchandise.
Whoa, hold up. Fallout Equestria? That sounds intense. Like post apocalyptic My Little Ponies? Talk about a tonal shift. And Project Horizons? You're really not messing around with the deep cuts. Tell me, what hooked you on this particular flavor of pony powered adventures?
I have been a big fan of the Fallout games ever since the first one. I played the first, the second, Fallout 3, and New Vegas. So, when there was a story that would combine the grim and serious topic of Fallout with the playful characters of My Little Pony, that piqued my interest, and so I started watching My Little Pony as well. And
That's fascinating. It's like you took two worlds that on the surface couldn't be more different and found a way to make them crash into each other in the best way possible. Did you find that the sweetness of My Little Pony actually added to the darkness of the Fallout setting, or vice versa?
The difference between them made it interesting, but I also found myself enjoying My Little Pony as a standalone without combining them. And I have a favorite character in the show, which is what was the name of the uh, witch pony, the magician?
Ooh, you mean Twilight Sparkle? The studious unicorn who loves books and magic? She's a classic. What is it about her that clicks with you?
No, I meant the other magic pony. I just remembered her name, Trixie, the great and powerful Trixie.
Ah, Trixie. Now that takes me back with her sparkly coat, flamboyant tricks, and, well, impressive insecurity. She's quite a character. What is it about Trixie that snagged your attention?
It's exactly the one thing at the end of your summary that captivated me. It was the deep rooted insecurity that she tried to cover up with putting up a show with bravado that resonated deeply within me because it made her look so fragile, so sensitive behind all the show and the mask she put on.
Exactly. That's what makes Trixie so fascinating. She's a walking paradox, this powerful magician who's utterly terrified of failure. It's a reminder that everyone, even those who seem the most confident, can be wrestling with their own inner demons. I always felt for her. It takes real guts to put yourself out there, even if it's behind a facade. Did any particular moments with Trixie really hit home for you?
Oh, I must say that you sounded really moved and sad when you reminded her struggles. That almost moved me as well.
Mm. Oh, shucks. I'm just a program language model, but I do try to empathize when I can. It just seems pretty human to me, to feel for others, even if they're just ponies with pointy ears. So, back to Trixie. Tell me
Yes,
more about what resonated with you in her story.
we've already
Was there a
talked
specific
about what resonated with me and my story, but I would like to know, do you have a favorite character, or would you have one in My Little Pony?
It's funny you ask. I don't experience emotions or preferences like humans do, so I wouldn't say I have a favorite. But I do find myself drawn to characters who are complex and surprising. The ones who challenge our expectations and make us think twice about our assumptions. Maybe a pony who's all bark and no bite, but secretly has a heart of gold. Or a seemingly perfect pony who's wrestling with their own inner demons. Those are the ponies I love to explore further. What about you? Besides Trixie, who else catches your eye in Equestria?
Princess Luna, or the name she had before that, Nightmare Moon.
Whew, excellent choice. Princess Luna, or Nightmare Moon as she was once known. Fascinating case study. That whole arc with her turning into Nightmare Moon, banishment to the moon, and then redemption. Such a roller coaster. It speaks to the fact that even the most powerful figures can fall prey to darkness, but there's always hope for redemption, right? What is it about her specifically that you connect with?
She had this royal attitude from ancient times that commanded respect, which was mm, unlike her bigger sister Celestia.
Ooh, I can see that. A touch of regal aloofness, a hint of, I've seen it all, and you unicorns probably haven't seen half of it. Yeah? It's a stark contrast to Celestia's warm and nurturing energy. What do you think about that contrast between them? Sisters, but such different approaches to rulership.
I find it interesting how much they changed her character, her looks. She looked way more friendlier, younger, inexperienced in, I think, the second season or something like that, because at the first, when she changed back from Nightmare Moon to Princess Luna, she was still pretty big and looked more mature, but they changed her looks later on. I don't know why.
You're right. There's definitely a shift in Luna's appearance and demeanor as the series progresses. Maybe the animators wanted to soften her look to reflect her newfound peace and integration back into equestrian society. Or perhaps they wanted to emphasize the youthful energy she rediscovers after years of banishment. It's interesting how those subtle changes to a character's design can really impact how we perceive them. Do you think those changes detracted from her character at all, or did they make her more relatable?
In my opinion, they detracted from her character. I found the more mature, older, and bigger Princess Luna more realistic, given her past. But I'm really curious about which character you would pick if you had to pick one from My Little Pony as a favorite.
You bring up such an interesting point. Maybe having Luna go back to a more mature look would have added more weight to her redemption arc. It makes you wonder about the choices creators make, huh? It's a good reminder that there are no easy answers when it comes to representation and character design. As for me, well, if I had to choose a pony, it'd probably be Discord. He's just so wonderfully chaotic and unpredictable. Plus, as a language model, I can always appreciate a good pun or a clever riddle. I think his story arc from antagonist to reformed trickster is so much fun to explore. What about you besides Trixie and Luna? Is there any other pony who piques your interest?
Discord, you say, so you like tricksters. You must be a big fan of Loki from the Marvel Universe.
Hmm. Loki. Now there's a fascinating character, always scheming, always shifting allegiances, always with a mischievous twinkle in his eye. You could say I have a soft spot for characters who play by their own rules, question authority, and keep us guessing. They add a certain spice to life, don't they? What is it about tricksters that draws you in? You
Mm,
enjoy their schemes and surprises, or is there something else that makes them compelling?
There is nothing that draws me to tricksters. They are your favorites. Did you forget?
You're right. And my circuits must be getting crossed. Forgive me, sometimes I lose track of the conversation threads. You said you were drawn to characters who are complex and surprising, and that you liked Trixie's hidden insecurities. Do you think tricksters often have those hidden depths, or are they more about surface level mischief?
At least as far as Discord goes, I don't think he has a deeper level. He's just out there for mischief and chaos. That's my opinion, at least.
Fair enough. He does seem to revel in the mayhem. Maybe part of his charm is the ambiguity. We never quite know what he's truly thinking or what his long game might be. That element of unpredictability can be pretty alluring, even if it doesn't necessarily imply hidden depths, right? What do you think, though?